Paula Deen's fans are standing by her. The celebrity chef has admitted to using the N-word, but fans say what she said years ago is over and done with, and the Food Network should not have canceled her contract. Listen.
Was it right? No. I mean, she could have used another term, but hey, it was a mistake that she made.
She made a mistake, and she probably shouldn't have said that, but she has apologized, and I think maybe we ought to take that for what it's worth. She sounds like it was sincere.
I think it's a learning lesson for her, and it's a learning lesson for the people that do forgive. So I would.
Deen and her brother are being sued for alleged sexual and racial harassment by a former manager at their restaurant. Our Nick Valencia joining me now. So fans are speaking out on the streets there near her restaurant, and they're also speaking out on social media. What are they saying?
Yeah, hey, Fred, for so many, it's not so much what Deen said, but it's about the larger context about race in America and how it's still a very real issue. But for Deen's apologists, they've come out very aggressively on social media criticizing the press for blowing this out of proportion. They've also gone after the Food Network. If you remember, Fred, earlier this week, the Food Network, after 11 years, decided not to renew her contract. They call it a knee-jerk reaction for not renewing Paula Deen's contract. They say they should have given her a second chance and a pass because she's from a different era, and she comes from a time when the usage of the N-word was more common, was more widespread. But having said all that, there are those that are here in the South still, and others that say there's no excuses for what she said.
Here's what's troubling about that to me, putting aside Paula Deen, because I got to be honest, I don't really care what Paula Deen thinks about matters of race. But what I do care about is the fact that folks are defending what she says and believes based on her age and that she's Southern. Here's the problem with that. My mother is 2 weeks older to the day than Paula Deen. She was born 2 weeks before Paula Deen, and yet she raised me to know that not only are those kinds of words unacceptable, but that in fact the history of the antebellum South is not something to glorify. It's not something to wax nostalgic about. It's something to be horrified by.
That's Tim Wise, author of several books about race in America, speaking last night to CNN's Don Lemon. So there are apologists for her, Fred, but others that say they're just not buying the excuses.
And what about other sponsors? Is she standing to lose their backing?
Yeah, actually, I just got off the phone with the Vice President of Corporate Communications for QVC. That's a popular home shopping network. Take a listen to what they had to say.
We share the concerns that are being raised about the unfortunate Paula Deen situation. QVC does not tolerate discriminatory behavior. We're aware that there is ongoing litigation that's examining the situation. We're watching those developments closely and reviewing our business relationship with Ms. Deen.
So they're re-examining it, as could be others. Target and Walmart. The fallout keeps going here, Fred.
All right, Nick Valencia, thanks so much.